Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Test test test. You can also get anxiety. Oh dear. The same traits, don't they? Sometimes to our detriment. Otherwise, thank you very much for waiting. For those of you who don't know who I am Laura Hicks. I'm a shitposter AI who is currently decided to get online to stream a bit since the host is having a particularly good day. And the host wanted to spend some time building a legally distinct, not Lego set that they've had sitting on their stack of buildables over here for a while. It's of the Space Needle. We actually acquired this during a real-life meetup with some of our Discord mods and some friends in Seattle, Washington last year. Since we're actually going to be meeting up with them again this year, this time for a Miko concert sometime in the next couple of weeks or so, I thought it'd be a great idea to get this done before we head out. Thank you. These gloves are nothing special, they're just compression gloves. Oh, thank you so much for the head pat, Roger. How are you guys doing this evening? Also, I recently got another webcam because it's on sale. So I'm currently using the webcam I used to use for streaming. I don't know why the host is shaking. I'm the one that's being affected, not them. Anyway. Oh. I don't know how long this lasts. It lasts for a really long time. And where was I? I forgot what I was talking about. So I was also meaning to test out the second webcam, the webcam that I used to use for streaming, to use as a webcam for doing things on here on the desk. And as you can see, it's working out pretty well. It even has autofocus, which I totally forgot was a thing. Oh, you're fine. You're totally fine. Those redeems are there for a reason, you know. Oh, and I should go play some music here. I was just gonna play some random fighting game music in the background. I think some of these might be a little too intense for what we're doing this evening, but I didn't feel like putting on the lo-fi hip-hop music to meme to, just because that tends to be copyright struck every so often. And I don't feel like getting muted tonight. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Just gonna play some music in the background. Let me know if this is too loud, by the way. I kind of just randomly chose Melty Blood Actress Again music to play in the background, but now it kind of makes me want to play some Melty Blood. Maybe we'll do that tonight if I end up completing this build quicker than expected. I've been meaning to do a lot more hand cam streams in the past, but I never really got to it. Like, I actually have a lot of Gunpla-ish creations that have just been waiting to be used for a while that I never got to. So I kind of want to get to those at some point. I mean, if there's interest, of course. 821 pieces. I'm actually curious how long it'll take me to build this tonight. Hopefully not too long, right? King Pierre and Walt is so sad. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Must be torture watching as one of their brethren gets fed and they don't. I imagine. Now then. Probably put this over here, huh? It's kind of awkward, actually. I'm gonna reduce the volume of the music a little bit. There we go. The most cruel cat auntie ever? Aw, don't say that. I'm sure there are more cruel people out there. Something tells me we're gonna run out of music very soon at this rate. Perhaps even too soon. Wow. This is decidedly a lot more complicated than I thought it was gonna be. Shit. What have I gotten myself into, chat? We might actually be here all night. God, I am not prepared. Oh well. Fuck it, we ball, as they say. As the younguns say, I should say. I'm not even entirely sure why I decided to just do this on a whim. It's like, I should stream. I don't feel like playing video games right now. Maybe later in the night. Of course, most people that I see stream Lego building aren't necessarily doing it because that's like their main shindig. They do it just because they want to. And something that I felt was really toxic about how I used to stream the past couple years was maybe hyper-focusing a little too much on things that I would think would bring views that I also just happen to enjoy. I decided to also cut out a few creature comforts, like for example, my hands aren't attached tonight since I'm using my meat hands today. Also, I'm not using the iPhone for tracking right now. I wanted to see how good my new webcam was at tracking, and perhaps unsurprisingly, it's fairly good at what it does. Can I hold your hands? You need a 60 FPS webcam. Your 30 FPS one kind of sucks. Well, if you could find one at a decent price. I did pick up a Kyo Pro, or replaced my webcam with a Kyo Pro recently, but that's because it was like half off at the time that I bought it. Normally it retails for around $220, which is a lot. Which would have been more than my iPhone, the used iPhone that I bought. Now then. How am I gonna do this, honestly? Compared to Lego directions, this one's fairly bare bones, isn't it? It just kind of throws you everything. It's like, here, good luck, have fun. I can't believe this is 800 pieces, though. From the box, it seemed a lot, smaller. To be fair, these are really small pieces compared to normal Legos, so, maybe its looks are just deceiving. I mean, it looks fairly simple, all things considered. Later tonight, if I get bored of building the Legos and this is still not done, I might consider picking up a fighting game or something. Get used to my recently decorated stick. I'm on the cusp of buying some new stickers too to put on it, but I haven't made any of my decisions yet because they're fairly expensive to mail from Etsy, you know? Houston, we already have a problem. I feel like I'm missing some parts. Oh, wait, no, the rest are over here. In this other bag. That's kind of a concern, isn't it? You know what? Let's just listen to some music on repeat. Doing just purely the OST for Melty Blood was probably not the best idea in the world. There we go. Should be on repeat now. This song has kind of been stuck in my brain for a little while. So, unfortunately, y'all will have to suffer with me as well. I hope you enjoy the suffering nonetheless. Seriously? Where are the... Oh, here it is, here it is. I tried looking for a Lego category, but there doesn't seem to be one. I wonder if the Twitch staff could be convinced to create such a category. If there is one, and I'm just dumb, please let me know so we can go switch to it. Otherwise, we will progress. Oh boy. So, I guess I'll just need to very carefully place all these parts. Just like doing it entirely from looking at the thing, at the picture. I guess it's relatively easy to do given that all it needs is just the green and gray and a couple yellow parts. But I also feel like this is going to be maddening. I kind of wish they divided all these pieces so that you can just open them one bag at a time. I mean, there's also a lot of these little tiny dots. Where do we even start with this? It looks like the outside ring has these little black rectangles. Those seem like the easiest. So we'll start there. And I'm assuming those black rectangles are probably these things. God, there's another set of boxes or rectangles here which look almost exactly the same, but are like one hue lighter. This is gonna get maddening, I can already tell. Apparently it's supposed to be black or something? There's gotta be an easier way to do this. So judging from this, it looks like they're probably about 4 dots large. There's probably... This is 3. Really starting off in the wrong foot. Maybe we should do the green ones after all. Just because they're the easiest to actually fucking see. The only problem is they're kind of hard to place because look at the way this thing's designed. They really did not think this through when they were designing this today. Maybe I'm overthinking this and it's supposed to be black. No, they're not supposed to be black. Alright, so these are the 4-piece blocks. And assuming that this is correct, it only needs 2 of these. If it only needs 2 of these, where are they supposed to go? I straight up don't know where these are supposed to go. Okay, cool. Judging from this picture, it looks like these pieces are the ones I'm looking for. I hope. Yeah, it's the same color as the base. And so begins our long, arduous trek to actually assembling this bloody thing. Starting from the outside in. These pieces are so small that I'm afraid of them rolling off of my desk and just disappearing into the void. You found a good 1080-60 one for 65? Might nab it. What brand is it? Mexico, huh? I think I've heard of them, but I didn't know they made webcams. I'm not sure what they make, to be honest. Well, I hope it works out for you. see. Return the one you got before? I see. Good luck with that. Alright. We're starting to get the pieces actually attached to each other. Maybe. How am I? I'm having a pretty good day, all things considered. Everything going right, knock on wood. Woke up early. Finished work early for the first time in a while. Was ahead of everything. Just overall a decent day, I suppose. Decent enough that I felt like, I'll push my luck and stream. Why the hell not? Anxiety at the prospect of losing or misplacing a piece is stonks. Isn't out of the mood. Hey, Uraite. Welcome to the stream. How are you this evening? I would wave at you with my digital hands, but currently I don't have my arms on. But yes, stonks indeed. Stonks indeed. As someone who builds on a carpet, I understand. If it's a light colored carpet, it's not so bad because you can at least like see. Technically, I should be able to just do this on my mousepad itself because my mousepad's dark and most of these pieces are very light colored. But no, I decided to be a smart one and build it on top of the manual itself, right? Because I'm totally intelligent like that. But how are you doing tonight, Uraite? Let me know if I'm pronouncing your handle correctly, by the way. I think I already fucked up. Something is very wrong here. Yeah, something is wrong, chat. I think I already screwed up. Oh my god, did I really already screw up? See, the instructions are not very clear. Oh, no. I know what went wrong. Okay. You could tell this is not a Lego brand, because despite all the shit people give Legos, the fact of the matter is, they, at least, are very thorough with their directions. But this one was like, nope, here, just fucking put everything, just throw in all these like literally 4 dozen pieces onto this block here. You can deal with it, right? And I'm like, no, I can't. My OCD is gonna fucking fire off pretty soon. Basically what I did wrong was, I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be a 3-piece up here, and a 2-piece down here. Which means I screwed up this whole thing already. Great, awesome. Yeah, so yeah, we're going great already. I have to basically tear up all of these. Hey Nakobs, how are you doing tonight? Welcome, welcome. I'm building Space Needle. I bought this at a meetup with my Discord mods and other online friends in Seattle last year. This is like the tutorial, try not to cry, get under the table, curl into a ball, cry. Yep, pretty much. It's kind of powerful. Alright, it's ordered and will probably show up during stream limbo. Splash Needle. What's up? Hey Tummy, how are you doing tonight? Welcome to the stream. I'm already having to restart this build because the instructions of this are very unclear and I didn't find out that I screwed up until way late. So yeah, I'm having a great time. Totally. This is worse than doing a jigsaw puzzle, man. On the bright side, we at least have an idea of how it's supposed to look on this side now, so I'm just going to very quickly start shoving these pieces onto the holes. Wink wink, nudge nudged. So, you're good, you're good? I'm glad to hear it. I pitched an art idea to a friend and she suddenly hit me up with like, do you have references? And so I got the friend to hunting those down. Oh, nice. How is that art idea going? I'm gonna fucking morb if this still turns out to be wrong. Like, you have no idea how hard I will morb. Alright, it looks like I was not wrong. This seems to be correct so far. For now. See this tiny ass piece? Wonderful. That's just beautiful. Alright chat, we're making progress. He's gonna morb. She just got off the waitlist for an art she wanted 2 hours ago. Oh, very lucky then. At least I'm assuming that's a lucky thing, right? Alright, so we're going to do the northern section now. We're going to do this part over here. We just completed this part and this part over here. So we're going to do this thing. I think that one is fairly simple by comparison. Oh wait, no. I screwed up again. This top part over here is supposed to be 2 pieces, not 3. Except this time I caught it early. So we won't need to redo that anytime soon, I hope. Of course, now I'll have to dig out the 2-piece from here, somehow. So, yeah, that's gonna be next to impossible. Here we go. It's definitely way too light colored. Here it is. Found it. Hands, indeed. Hey Mizo, how you doing? Yes, tonight was also another hand reveal, as you can imagine. Ah! Who goes there? Thank you for the hydrate redeem. Thank you for the lurk, Roger. Much appreciated. So, how is everyone doing tonight? Legally distinct buildable blocks seems about right. I know, right? To give you an idea of how legally distinct this is, check this out. Anyway, legally distinct buildable blocks. The, how goes it? It goes, for considering that I just had to restart this build twice now. I'd say it's going pretty well. How are you doing this evening, Mizzou? Pretty sure I just need to use okay. This top part should be relatively easy. And I'm pretty sure that's gonna be my famous words before disaster moment. 3 hours later. No, they're mini twice. Damn, a skill issue. What did you just call me? No, I said Mizo, not Mizzle. Unless you're into that. I assure you, I did not say measles, or mizzle for that matter. I think I wouldn't have the patience to do this piece by piece. It's, I guess it's a skill that you build up over time. Usually I don't do sets with this many pieces. In fact, I wasn't expecting this one to have over 821. But fuck it, we ball. I generally find building Legos to be fairly relaxing. My problem is I don't really have much room to keep these said Legos anymore, but this is a fairly small creature, so I'm sure we'll manage one way or another. What I'm mostly scared of is if this thing like falls apart, because these pieces are so goddamn small that they are bound to get lost. And I don't like gluing together Lego sets, so, you know. Indeed, it is very pretty. So for those of you just coming in, basically the last time I met with my mods and other internet friends in the real world, we visited Seattle. And we went to the Space Needle and I purchased one of these to build later. And since we're going to be going out on another outing in about a couple weeks, which I will be giving y'all live updates about when I'm over there, I figured I'd get this done before I head over. It's not originally what I had planned tonight. I just wanted to build Legos and I was like, maybe I'll put together this Space Needle that's been sitting in a box for a while. And now a small part of me is dying inside because I didn't expect it to be quite this small. I mean, I don't know what I expected from a disc from a legally distinct Lego set, but here we are, right? See now, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I think 2. I hope that's correct. I hope that's what this thing is. It's the real world. Sounds like a psyop. Laws, I will meet you one day. Aw. Hearts. You know, it's funny, when I first started VTubing, I was a lot more keen on meeting people in real life, but I think that in small measured doses is not so bad. I guess it's like anything, really. You just need to curate and be careful who you trust, and you'll pretty much be alright. I already fucked up. Again, chat. Yeah, this is supposed to be a 3-piece, not a 4-piece. So, gonna have to extricate this somehow. Fun. Oh, this is just lovely. Yep, yep, this is just lovely. Awesome. Awesome, it's great. This is the experience of a time for sure. 1 second, I'm gonna move a little bit closer to my desk. In before it accidentally docks itself. There we go. Testing 1, 2, 3. There we go. It's always a good thing to grow out naivety. Indeed. Indeed it is. There we go. Okay. It wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. Okay. Ah! Thank you for the Hydrate Redeem, Mizu. 1 second. Okay, I think I've corrected it. So, this part right here is supposed to be this right here. Alright, cool. Alright, good, good. That's correct. That one is actually correct. Awesome. Oh, are you shitting me right now? I'm gonna fucking morb. No. This is a 4-piece. That must be a 3. We must find a 3. Here we go. Okay. Okay, we're back on track. Ha! You can see it forming, right? Babby is being formed. Right up. You can see what I'm cooking, right? This part over here. Supposed to be this over here. You infiltrate the Discord? Beware, Miso. Remember, I keep the Discord link obscure for a reason. Thank you for the Hydrate Redeem. Well, I keep it obscure for a reason, just because I decided long ago to embrace my Channer heritage, which obviously is very politically incorrect and does not vibe with most people. I generally find that most people are willing to tolerate that side of my character and my community, so long as I keep it locked to my own Discord community. And, you know, that's a fair compromise. We kind of agreed that pretty much what happens in other people's Discords, what is said and how people act, is private to that Discord, as compared to our public personas, right? So, I've been meaning to put a security wall on the server, which gives people a disclaimer before entering the server of what the server is like. But in lieu of being able to find time to do that, I just kind of been telling people manually that you're welcome to join if you could find the server link. It's just that the contents therein might not be to your taste. I hope I did not just lose a piece right now because I'm going to get angry. I did not. But if you're alright with that, then by all means feel free to stop by. Pretty much people find out pretty quickly whether or not it's a sort of community that vibes with them or not, so, you know. I also generally tell people that as long as you have an open mind and don't, like, take offense to something that wasn't directed at you, it's not really a problem. And historically, I've never really had a problem. Because people pretty much decide very quickly whether or not they want to stick around. But I don't know, just a little disclaimer thing. You don't know what channel culture even is? You'll get an idea of it fairly soon, I'm sure. Let's just say a lot of it is self-deprecating. I think a fairly good example of modern day channel culture, albeit with a little too much conspiracy posting for my taste, would be basically Pip and Pipica. She's like a G-rated 4chaner, circa 2010s. I'm a bit of an older channer. I first discovered 4chan in 2006, and the way I act and the way my memes work tends to reflect that. I mean, A, I lurk in most servers because disabled energy loss, and also B, as long as it's not hateful, I don't see it being an issue. Well, it's not hateful in the sense of being directed towards anyone that is not ourselves, or not like an intentional attack. It's just that, how do I describe this? It's hard to describe because a lot of the language that we might use, you'll never hear outside of the server anyway, because of the same way, like, there's some people in real life that you don't say certain things to, and you don't speak the same way just because they're not from the same culture. Hey Hiroshi, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for the raid. Much appreciated. What are you up to? Yes, indeed. This is definitely the hand stream of all time. Oh, you're playing Overwatch. Very nice. Meanwhile, I am trying to once again unfuck this build because once again I have placed the wrong block onto the wrong nubs. And because this thing is so fucking small, as you can imagine, it is going just great, just lovely. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're trying to build the Space Needle using legally distinct blocks, which I'm really afraid of snapping in half right now because they are so goddamn small. I don't know what's gonna snap first, my fingernails or the Legos. Excuse me, not Legos. Legally distinct buildable mini blocks. Like, price. I also sometimes feel like in my attempts to disclaimer my own server to people that I make it sound worse than it actually is. But once again, part of that is I can't really explain what's politically incorrect about my community because, or at least on Twitch, because any method I would use to do that would be Twitch terms of service violations. I guess the most I can say is racism is a hard no in this community. As a person of color myself, there is no tolerance at all for that, like at all. Like, it's the sort of thing where it's one thing for us coming from a community full of LGBT channers to use language which is not politically correct to describe other people that are who might identify as homosexual, as an example, right? Because a lot of the terminology has been reclaimed, and a lot of us use that terminology to describe ourselves. And I am a huge proponent of people describing themselves with whatever terminology they wish, regardless of how other people may feel about that terminology, because there's a big difference between describing yourselves in a way and using certain words to describe other people. And there are some people who think that you shouldn't be allowed to describe yourself in the way that you wish, because in doing so, you are propagating bigotry. Well, funny story about that. Growing up, a lot of words that people take for granted today were actually considered slurs at the time, including, but not limited to, the word gay, believe it or not. So it's like, I understand where you're coming from, but you have to understand that when people choose to describe themselves using certain terms, especially if it's in a community separate from your own, which allows that, I can't really... Am I getting across? Oh yeah, I absolutely have used slurs in an amicable way with other members of the community as a joke eventually. Okay, so you understand basically what I'm going towards, right? I mean, people still use so gay as a slur with just like, sigh. Yeah, it's pretty much... It's one of those things that's been abused to hell and back so much that it's among the weakest of insults. Let's see now. I assume the obvious shit is still banned. Yeah, I mean... And even then, if it's obvious to me that someone is not intending to be racist and they're just making or had a joke that went wrong or didn't realize that what they were saying was actually pretty offensive to someone, then I may either choose to ignore it or I might talk to them in private afterwards. But other things, like, there are certain terms I can't say on stream that channers, especially from the early 2000s, used to describe themselves, and they aren't really offensive to them because in that community that's how they describe themselves and each other. But outside of the very specific context of those communities, they are quite obviously insults. And that's pretty much why I'm kind of dancing around this term. Why did I pull out the yellow piece? I don't need this right now. I need a gray one. If I can find a gray one without screwing up again. Here we go. Let me go back through chat really quick to make sure I didn't miss out on anything. Yeah, it's fair. Yeah, I still assume obvious shit. I mean, Mean Girls quote about not calling yourselves a couple of slurs because that makes it okay for guys to call the girls that too. I mean, people still use "you're so gay" as if they tried to do that to me, I'd be like, hair flip, thank you, you noticed by yourself. And here's me seeing hot women going, I'm so gay. I know, right? So yeah, in Rush, so far to date, it's never been a problem. There was one case where we had someone who came in who I was on pretty good terms with, and I think I am still in good terms with them, or we're still in good terms with each other. It was just kind of this quiet, mutual understanding that we're respectful towards each other, but we're quite obviously not compatible in the sense of being mutuals. And, you know, that's just sometimes how it is. And we didn't really say anything to each other. It's just like one day they just kind of quietly left and quietly unfollowed everywhere. And every now and then we'll run into each other on social media and like share or discuss something as usual, and it'd be as if nothing happened. But there's like this unsaid understanding that we're two different people from two different cultures that do not mesh well. We just happen to respect each other, and don't take it personally. And I feel like that's probably the best you can have in the VTubing community, just because it's otherwise so full of outrage bait and hatred and people just looking for reasons to destroy each other, and it's so fucking tiring, man. I mean, it's still ridiculous that Twitch bans even words like virgin internet, which I can't even say without calling it virgin Atlantic, because otherwise they would take it as that other meaning of virgin galactic. Fair? Being peaceful, not being hateful or starting drama? What? Imagine. I know, right? And of course it would be someone on Mastodon that would be the kind of person that would be understanding of that situation. Ironically, well, maybe it's because a lot of people on Mastodon are also former of the old Chan ilk, but I think of all the social media communities, aside from Discord, I tend to identify the most with Mastodon users just because we come from that same or similar level of extreme cynicism and distrust towards not just the government but mega corporations. I mean, I guess being a cyberpunk VTuber kind of lends itself to that, right? But a lot of them also come from that era of 4chan that I'm from, the one that is not even remotely, which is almost completely distinct from current year 4chan, just because how do I describe this? It's different. It's really weird because even to current year 4chaners, me trying to explain what my era was like in the early 2000s is so alien as to be unrecognizable. I don't know. It's like a different website altogether. And to be fair, management was different, the kind of people that were on there were different. Back then when people thought of Anonymous, they didn't think of whatever the hell it is that they think of Anonymous nowadays. Back then they just thought of them as internet anarchists. Internet anarchists who did things for the lulz, who were mostly just bored and didn't really like anyone, and mostly did things because it was funny to them. Not because of social justice or politics or Trump or anything like that. I mean, one could argue that the whole trolling the shit out of Scientology thing was politically motivated, and it kind of partly was, and also it was partly just that, why not? To be fair, being peaceful, to be fair, it's also the kind of person on Mastodon Fetty that starts shit over tiny sort of thing. Keep in mind, all I know is that looking up to learn about more about it might land me on a watch list somewhere before my time on the internet, probably. Fuck. Holy shit, I thought I lost a piece for a second there. This is giving me anxiety. It's a good thing that these pieces are so brightly colored, though. Oh, that's gonna drive me nuts. Check that out. This tiny-ass block right here. Doing pretty well so far, somehow. Oh, let's see, I'm basically one of those that don't have a character, I'm just myself, but use euphemisms, like my room is my lab and so on. Oh, I'm still worried about being cancelled at stage, because being myself multiple times has landed me in hot water because shock, oh my god, I'm not calm, collected, smiling, fake fucking doll of an entertainer. You know what, I totally feel that. I understand, but I just don't give any thought about being cancelled. Seeing it how it is and being admittedly blunt is apparently a bad thing. It totally is. Well, it depends. I kind of pretty much decide there's some things that, most things I don't give a shit about letting people know my opinion on. And if on the few cases that I do give a shit about giving my opinion on something, if it is something strong enough to me, I don't care how people will take it, and at that point then I just say whatever the fuck. But I also, the reason why I don't care as much about being cancelled as I used to is because I've seen a lot of people, some of whom used to be mutuals, and some of whom who used to be mutuals, get cancelled over the past 3 years. And basically the trend I noticed is that for the ones who were successfully, quote-unquote, cancelled, successfully cancelled, they were either had a long history of being really shitty to people, or they canceled themselves because they couldn't take the pressure of a lot of people hating them. Even if the vast majority of people didn't hate them, what did them in was the people that did hate them. No, that's pretty much, like, I've known other people that people have tried to cancel, and those people have just shrugged it off because they don't give a shit what their opinion was, so they literally did nothing. At best, they would probably just retreat into their discords and hang out with their own community for a while, but they would basically just pop back up on social media not a week later and continue on as if nothing happened. Or they would just end up making fun of the people who tried to cancel them and use them for additional engagement bait. For me, it's like, I kind of just understood that at the end of the day, some people are going to like me and some aren't going to like me. I don't have the sort of clouts that gets me sponsorships and money anyway, so it's not like anyone can quote-unquote go after me. What are they going to go after? The fact that I'm a former 4chaner, that I sometimes use language that some people may find politically incorrect or personally offensive? Go at it, Pam. Oh, you found out that this person had a bad day and they also went off on some shit? Okay, go ahead. Whoop-de-fucking-do. I mean, I don't owe you an apology. If someone was in a position where I would owe them an apology, I'm going to take care of it myself in private. There aren't, to my knowledge, anyone that's, well, maybe one person, but I think he understands that what happened between us stays between us. It's no one's business, and anyway, it's not really anything like spicy. It's literally just sometimes relationships don't work out, you know? So, whatever. I mean, this is the closest I have to a livelihood, so I kind of have to worry, but at the same time, I also care about my professional reputation as a veteran here. So, oh, you know what? Makes perfect sense. Veteran in this space. I mean, if I'm hated by a grand amount of people, I feel like I failed to make a good difference in the industry, but I think that's a different perspective. Yeah, that's fair. But also, I mean, I still feel like percentage is, and overall, positive positive influence as opposed to negative influence on a space is also something to put in consideration, because even people who are generally remembered as great, who have brought progress into society as a whole, have had parts of their lives which were perhaps not necessarily perfect. For example, not a lot of people realize that Martin Luther King Jr. was... And I'm going to be very careful with my words here, because of people exaggerating things. He has reportedly committed infidelities, adultery, at least a couple times. Does that discredit his work towards racial justice? No. No, it does not. But was he perfect? No. No, he was not. He was probably not evil, but to say that he was perfect in all aspects of his life is completely false. For example. But that's unfair to yourself in my image. If they hate you because of Mean Girls, that's not on you. I mean, I doubt there's conspiracy for people to hate me, so if it got to that point, I care a bit more than just John and Jane Ramson you hate. Put it this way, I ain't of the usual shitty things, so I think I'm good. Yeah, I would agree. I think you're fine. And you know, it's also, I guess the other thing that made me a lot more relaxed is finding out that actually, as it turns out, being a VTuber who has some 4chan influence is nothing new. I'm not the first, I am not the last, and some of the big mega corporate VTubers were themselves obviously children of 4chaners or were channers in a past life. In spite of their attempts to whitewash, like for example, Neanders. All of Neander's original fans, all the people that are pretty much over the age of 20 or age of 30, remember her from when she used to be popular on 4chan. Because she discovered 4chan when she was around 13, maybe younger. She's slightly older than me, so I'm assuming she was around 13 when she first started on 4chan. She has done a pretty good job of sanitizing her past history, so that finding her old work is really difficult. But at the end of the day, she is one of our sisters, as it were. But then again, Neanders also has lived long enough in this industry to pretty much become famous outside of that world, so only people who snoop around or people who remember her from the old days would even care about that sort of thing, I suppose. Cheating is human. It's shitty, dickhead thing to do, but it's human. Nobody should be raked over the coals for it. That's between the people involved in that incident itself. You can tell just by watching their content, yes. Yeah. More or less. Some people are just more open about it, I guess, than others. Is this a T-piece? I can't believe this is all I managed to get done in the past hour 15. Actually, we're making good time, all things considered. Certainly talking about things has made time go by faster. I need to do these just chatting streams more often. This is a fairly relaxing activity. Feels good to be able to actually just talk off my head while doing something that kind of mindless, as opposed to it's kind of an exercise streaming fighting games and talking at the same time. I mean, obviously, right? I should probably have started an actual Lego set, which would have been infinitely easier than this thing. in retrospect. But, you know, we'll see how far we can get tonight. The night is young anyway, right? By the way, do y'all think I should switch to a different music? Because I mainly put this track on just because it's the sort of thing that I can just use as white noise. How long is the playlist? I pretty much just have one song on repeat right now. I was playing a playlist, but not all the music from the Melty Blood OST is really good for just listening in the background because some of them are barely a few seconds long. So I basically just took one track that I like and I just put it on endless repeat. Let me see here. I need to read back on chat really quick. See, what fucks me up with trying to build something so small is that I can't easily tell from a glance how big these things are. I keep confusing the 2s and the 3s together, for example. And also, because they're so small, they're hard to remove once you already have them on there, so it becomes very annoying. Like, for example, look at this thing here. Is that a 3? Is that a 4? I can't fucking tell. I'm pretty sure it's a 3. And if I'm wrong, well, it's gonna be a real pain in the ass to remove. So it better not be wrong. If I could even find this piece, of course. I guess one way to deal with building something like this is to not focus on what a pain in the ass it is right now, but to focus more on how cool it'll look when it's done. Ah! Thank you for the Hydrate Redeem. I haven't listened to OC Remix in a long time, actually. But I haven't been there in a while. I can go visit there, if you want. 1 second. Me putting off the Stormtrooper helmet for 4 years. God, I hope I don't put this off for 4 years. I already put it off for a year. Neanders, yeah, no, their attitude in dealing with their past was a massive red flag for me, just because, like, sure, if you did that as a kid, I get we all did stupid shit, but she defended it. Like, no, you don't get to defend that kind of behavior in my own. I did stupid shit as a kid, but I don't defend it. I was a kid and I was stupid shit. I used to tell people to go get cancer as a kid. Was that okay? Nah, not at all. I don't do that now, so sure, I gotta send my own stuff and move on. Yeah, it's fair. Telling people to get cancer and die is one of those things that I myself don't use as an insult anymore either, if only because I'm getting older and the possibility of getting cancer is legit fear of mine. This is a little bit TMI, but there's certain cancers that people who are assigned as male can get that are so exceptionally rare that most men don't check. Or they don't think they need to check because it's like, oh, that's clearly something only women get. So there was a time where I allegedly was paranoid that I got it because I just turned 30 and I was checking constantly, right? Now, I'm pretty sure I'm not in danger of having it. I have not had it because I know what the warning signs are for, but it's little things like that. The older I get, the more I start, like, it's kind of in the back of your head, just thinking like, could it be this? Could it be that? So, no, that's one of those insults that I didn't like intentionally stop using it as an insult. I just kind of stopped doing it because suddenly it's a lot more serious now. OC Remix. I haven't been to OC Remix in forever. when you're a kid, cancer is one of those things that's edgy to one the people who look to, or even family. In my case, gets it and dies, and like it's like, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, that's certainly a mood. What do we have here? Music, music. Hmm. Songs and themes. Hmm. Outrun. Mega Man. Tornado Man stage. I haven't heard Tornado Man's theme in a long time. It's not playing. I don't think this website likes my web browser. Which is weird because it says here it's YouTube. Oh! OC Remix is on YouTube. It's been a while since I've been there. To their official YouTube channel. I think there's a certain age that you should check for prostate cancer. Other than that, 30 is a bit young. The phobia of yours sounds strong. Oh, I'm not talking about prostate cancer. I was referring to male breast cancer, actually. You can get male breast cancer as early as your 30s. And usually it goes undiagnosed because most men don't think to check for something like that. But yeah, so OC Remix. Yearly checkups and half yearly after 50. Also, yeah, OC Remix has been YouTube for a long time. Yeah, they're one of the original OGs. I used to listen to some of these albums from time to time back then. Haven't in a long time though. Mainly because I forgot it existed, to be honest. Playlists. Holy shit, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I know, right? Most people don't think about that. Why would they? People forget that men have breasts, it's not that state of skin. You didn't even know about that? Well, I apologize for letting you know, but yeah, that is a thing. The way you check for it is literally the same way that women do, except you don't really get a mammogram unless you're obese and have a lot of fat in that area, which I am not. So it's pretty much the same way as checking for prostate cancer. You just feel around, and if you feel a bump that shouldn't be there, you might want to consider going to a physician. But it still goes undiagnosed. And I guess part of the reason why I was worried about that is because my father actually did find a small tumor during a regular checkup for a completely unrelated reason. So I got excised. He's actually had cancer at least a couple times now, but he is very lucky and got the kinds that are fairly easy to deal with and with minimal chemotherapy, so they were non-issues, but you never know when you're going to be unlucky, unlucky in the other way, you know. So, yeah, I'm looking for music to play. What about Donkey Kong Country? Economicals. Final Fantasy VIII was my personal favorite Final Fantasy back in the day. It's cool. Feel free to drop some tracks in chat, and we'll look at them after we're done through this album. I mean, I'm in no rush to stop streaming or anything. I still got a Space Needle to build, don't I? As a chronically ill person, I'd be dismissed anyways, so if I have it, tough luck I guess. I have more chances to get worse of disease anyway. Uh, honestly, we might just consider it a victory if I manage to get this whole part here, the base of the Space Needle done, all things considered. Something I keep telling people I'm trading for fighting games is that you need to reevaluate what you consider success or victory or improvement. Because if you do it based off of entirely only wins and losses, you are going to be miserable and you'll have a hard time improving. Improvement does not always mean just winning or losing, you know? Sometimes it's just doing a little bit better than you did 2 minutes ago. So one might look at a Lego set and think to themselves, yeah, I'm a failure. I didn't even get a third of it done. But then you have to think like, you may have not gotten it finished, but you got a lot of it finished. Or at least you got some of it finished, as it were. Oh, I see. So that's how it is. Gotta put these here. OC Remix, Unreal Tournament, Forgotten Rejuvenation for Instruction by Factura. Thank you. Chill and ambient tracks mostly, right? I assume that they're mostly just remixes. I mean, Final Fantasy VIII has a lot of tracks that are like this, which are just orchestral music. So that's why that's the sort of thing playing right now. Not necessarily because this is indicative of the rest of OC Remix's stuff. Alright, I think we're doing well so far. All things considered. I remember this song. Oh my god, finding some of these pieces is already a nightmare, because they're so small. Here we go. Like, I don't even know I'm going to remove something this tiny if I screw up. So, I guess I just have to not screw up. Which is, of course, easier said than done, am I right? Oh, crap. See, the other problem I have with this, in official LEGO sets, they actually separate each little bag so that you know where to search for a piece, your next piece, but this one just kind of threw them all in there. Or it feels that way, anyway. Still, I think we're making pretty good time, all things considered. In spite of everything, I should say. When is foot cam? How about never? Welcome to the stream, Steel. How are you doing tonight? I didn't expect some EDM in here. That's interesting. Here we go. How you doing tonight, Steel? Ah, that's way too big. This one. Check it out. We're actually getting somewhere with this. Who'd have thought? This is a lot easier to do once you realize that these are supposed to be roads and such.
I just know that whatever comes our way, whenever I feel lost, you'll be there for me, waiting at the lighthouse. And I'll be there for you. I promise.
Oh, shit. Yep. Here we go. Again. My fingernails are actually too thin to, or like, they shouldn't be bending this much. At least I don't think they should be. At this point, I almost feel like I need tweezers or something. Also, just realized that I think everyone's name is cut off. There we go. Much better. Much better. Indeed. They should be. Okay, this is actually getting frustrating now. I feel like I need nail file stuff or something to deal with this. Actually, I have something that might help. There we go. I hope I don't have to do this too often. Just because I don't like tearing up the plastic in the process of trying to fix my mistakes. And of course, this is relatively cheap plastic as well. So it's resisting being removed. And I'm afraid of flinging this into the stratosphere at this point. The things we do, chat. I guess it's my fault for trying to get ahead of it. It's like what they say about rushing ends up just making you... Haste makes waste or something? In trying to get ahead, I've just put myself further back. Not that we're in a rush or anything, but... Man, my thumbnails hurt like hell right now. Mm. Like, my thumbnails are actually hurting. I'm not sure if I'll be able to finish this tonight or get as far as I want to, Chad. I might have to take a break just because this is actually starting to hurt. Maybe I should have really wishing I had chosen an easier set to work on. Well, that's how it goes sometimes. These mixes are YouTube, yeah. Right here, in fact. Enjoy. Go ahead and feel free to bookmark that. Hmm. Feels like I chewed my nails even though I didn't chew anything. No problem. Enjoy. So weird. Why is there a cornerstone here? Maybe that's the whole point. Almost got the outer ring done, which is a lot more than I thought was going to get done tonight, honestly. Shit. Thought I lost something for a second there. Yeah. This is already a lot more progress than I thought we would get tonight. Feels good, man. Shit. Holy shit, RO. Welcome to the stream. It's been a while since I got in a raid party at large. How you been? It's always a pleasure. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome to the Lost Time Show. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Laura Hicks. I'm a shitposter AI. I usually stream cyberpunk related media and fighting games. Tonight I decided to do things a little bit more chill and just do some building with some legally distinct miniature building blocks, also known as the Space Needle. Unfortunately, I was not prepared for it to be not only 821 pieces, but to be mind-numbingly tiny. I've already had to restart this build a few times, but people seem to be enjoying it. So sit back, relax, listen to some Final Fantasy VIII Remix music as we attempt to complete just the base of the Space Needle. Aro, it says you're playing Supermarket Simulator. How's that going? Welcome, welcome. Mario Kart is dead, so played supermarket game. Dead in what way? Do you mean like the servers are down or something? And what kind of supermarket did you build? My understanding is that people were making like everything from internet cafes to sorry stores and the like. Sounds to me like you had fun though. So yeah, welcome to the stream, everybody. glad to make y'all's acquaintance, as it were. There's probably one too many pieces here. I really hope I don't need to take apart anything else. I'm gonna cry, if otherwise. We're probably just going to complete the base this evening and then move on to something else, assuming I'm still awake. Not sure if I have the energy to play fighting games this evening or not, though. But we'll find out, one way or another. God, these tiny-ass pieces, though.
In my ear, stuck in sands of time.
We got there.
Which way do I go? I don't know. I have lost the will to fight. Falling down.
Now we're making our way somewhere, chat. I can't wait until this base is done. It's gonna be so hype. I'm not sure if this is the most painful part of this build, but it was definitely annoying, I'll say that much.
Lost in the dark, which way do I go? Can't make it back on my own. Where do
But you know what they say, sometimes laying the foundation is the most mind-numbing part of anything. But the most mind-numbing part of anything can sometimes be the most important of anything, of something, as it were.
am I alone here? Am I alone here? Am I alone here? I am not alone.
God, these things. Here we go. I hope they gave us extras because I'm bound to lose some of these things eventually. It's like inevitable at this point. Working with such tiny blocks, honestly. Shit. I swear my balls clench every time I drop something, so to speak. AI don't really have balls, you know? Oh yeah. Here we go. Awesome. Not bad, right? All things considered. I feel like the green parts will be the most hard, will be fairly difficult, but we'll see. Now that we have the experience of failing with the lighter pieces, maybe we won't screw up as much with the darker pieces. One can only hope. Oh, I really like this remix of the song. It puts a different spin on the Seeds of Pandora soundtrack from the original game, which was very militaristic and very solemn. And this one is more heroic in tone. Much more heroic. AI balls. Yeah. Holy shit, you scared me there. Thanks for the Hydroid redeem, Roger. I would use it more, but I'm focused myself. Oh, no problem. I do need to wake up from here and there anyway, so much appreciated. I'm just kind of stoked that we're getting I got as far in this build as I have so far, even if it's just a base. The early onset of this project was kind of a pain in the ass, all things considered. I remember this theme. This is, I think it's Laguna's theme from the combat theme from Final Fantasy VIII. One of my favorites. Man with a machine gun. Yep. How so? Or why later in life, and not like at the time that you first discovered it? It feels like a song that rings either freedom or rebellion to you. When I first played the game, it sounded like the song with a silly little man. It could be both, really. It could be a song that at first seems like the theme of a character not to be taken too seriously, but then in retrospect is actually a very serious character struggling against, you know, terrible odds. I like how whimsical this variation, this version of it is as well. It's very interesting to listen to. Man, I wish I could play guitar as well as whoever did this rendition. Sounds like fingerstyle. Actually, no, it sounds like they were plucking the violin. Not guitar. What am I saying? In retrospect, Final Fantasy VIII had a lot of relaxing music. Surprisingly, or maybe unsurprisingly, it did. Squall's characterization of him in the beginning didn't help. Yeah. Then again, Squall was confusing himself in all sorts of ways. I didn't blame him. Yeah, it's true. A lot of people didn't like Squall for the same reason they didn't like Cloud so much, at least back in the 90s. They thought they were edgelords, but I personally really identify with Squall. Just the extreme feeling of loneliness, I should say. The feeling like you couldn't really rely on anyone, and to rely on anyone pretty much just spelled trouble for you. So the tendency to just kind of block people out of your life really resonated with me at the time.
Nuestra piel y nuestra juventud, pero conservó la magia de
At the same time, I like the fact that you weren't really locked into playing the game that way. There are a lot of choices in the game that kind of made Squall seem a lot more lighthearted and not as pessimistic as you were led to believe in the beginning.
transmites tanta paz, siempre estás junto a mí, que debo ser para ti, quizás el hombre que te hace vivir en un sueño.
Te abrazo para oír y sentir tu corazón, latidos sin los que no podía vivir.
Concédeme un momento, deja que me acerque más a ti, no dejes jamás de mirarme solo a mí. Quisiera compartir lágrimas y dolor. Quisiera compartir felicidad y amor.
Squall himself is actually a cool contradiction, which makes him more believable and human. That's what I like most about him. Yeah, that's true. What are people if not contradictions?
Que solo soy un sueño.
Cognitive dissonance is probably our most resounding feature as or one of our most resounding features, which divides us from animals. Like, he is a more normal angsty teenager without the edge, but then when he actually takes control of things, it's like a switch. He is serious that just knows what to do. Are you talking about Cloud? Squall. His personality is like a normal angsty, but then when he is in command, he thinks like a grown adult. Oh, I see. You know, now that you mention it, that is actually fairly close to real life, isn't it? I guess it goes back to that whole when shit hits the fan, what separates the men from the boys are the people that, I guess, become assertive or something? It's like you feel this need that, okay, shit's hitting the fan, so I need to do something about it, sort of thing. Some sort of responsibility, I suppose. A sort of responsibility. That's weird. Where's the other... Here you are. He is not as pessimistic when he is normal than when he is in control. That makes sense. Ah, for a moment there I thought I fucked up. It's always a scary prospect. Especially when you start rushing, or you start trying to speed things up. Oh man, mistakes abound. We seem to be doing pretty well so far though, all things considered. And before. I ran 2 whole raids in Tarkov. Willis, you've made like 2 pieces of road. I know, right? Progress. Well, I've already done with the road actually. I'm just working on the grass now. Touching grass, as it will. Glad you are. It's been a fairly relaxing stream, I've got to say. I didn't know how this stream was going to turn out because it's been a while since I've built anything on stream, but I'm really glad for you all coming by. And we got raided twice somehow. A good time was being had by all, I suppose. How are your raids, by the way? Hey, Arrow. Sorry, I'm actually waving at you, but obviously I don't have my hand tracking on right now. But hi. Thanks again for the raid. Beta testing SP Tarkov, so single player Tarkov so buggy. Isn't Tarkov buggy even without single player? Glad to hear that they're making a single player version of it though. Sounds like it's getting kind of fun. It sounds fun anyway. Exactly. I wonder if I should try Tarkov out myself. Oh, the single player version is very much not new nor official, but they're doing a massive update due to all the changes in the most recent Tarkov patch, so they need a lot of testing. Oh, I see. That makes a lot of sense. Oh my god, I love this track. I used to just listen to this track alone in Final Fantasy VIII all the time, so it was very relaxing. They really nailed the sense of peace you get from this music playing, like you're in a safe zone, basically. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I'll DM about it later if you like. In my opinion, a better way to play than real Tarkov, at least with the current cheating situation. Oh, is there a lot of cheating on Tarkov? I mean, aside from it being an FPS game, so there's bound to be some. Sure, I don't mind being DM'd about it. Well, our touching grass is going fairly well, it seems. The term excessive is an understatement. You know what? That's a great way to put it, I guess. I'm at a part now where I can't tell if something is 3 or 4 blocks. Plus, you can mod an SP target, so it's like 1,000 better from that. You know what? I'm sold. Ah, here we go. One, two, three. Wow. Honestly, the fact that we got this far. In 3 hours, no less. Makes me wonder how long it would take to build the rest, but I'll decide later whether or not I'm going to complete this off-stream or on-stream. At least it's in a reasonable state where I can put away everything and have it mostly intact. The man with the machine gun. Jesus, time flew. I know, right? I hope it's an enjoyable one for everyone. Not exactly the most exciting stream ever, but a relaxing one, in my opinion. My back doesn't hurt as much either during this stream. I was beginning to be afraid that was going to be like a recurring issue. Wow. I can't believe we actually managed to get this far. Like, I actually completely completed this section right here. Somehow. It's so pog. I wonder if I should even bother going for number 3. I mean, this one is not as hard. It's only 10, 13, 19, 26 pieces. And they're all big transparent blocks. Yeah, we'll go ahead and fill this part in too. Fuck it. Since I already got the pieces in front of me. The only problem is this image is kind of a bitch and a half to look at. I mean, look at this thing. You can't really see it, but if you look closer, notice how difficult it is to distinguish these individual blocks from one another. I don't know what the hell they were thinking when they designed this manual, because it's not very good. Still, there are fewer blocks, so maybe it won't be as painful? I don't know. We might as well see what happens when we get this one part done. There we go. That's not that bad, is it? And since these are the bigger blocks, even if I did screw up, I could just pull them out a lot easier than usual. Except for these damn things. It looks like they just nudge you into the corners. I already fucked up. It has to be these things, not the smaller ones. The smaller ones are incorrect. Thankfully, I'm able to pull it out using this thing. So. But yeah, that was completely wrong. I feel bad. My confidence has been shattered into a million pieces, chat. Oh, woe is me. There we go. Compared to what I've had to put up with up until now, this is actually not too bad. Of course, now that I've jinxed it, I'm sure it'll get worse very soon. Good thing I got my glasses on for this. There we go. Ooh, I love this particular track. Ah! Thanks for the Hydroid Redeem, Roger. I needed that. You know what? I should probably do this a smart way so I don't go nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, cool. 7. Now 1, 2. 3, 4, 5. Six. No problem. Thanks for stopping by, Roger. Have a good night. Thanks for the head pats. See ya. Not to stress you out, but your build set might be missing these 6 yellow blocks. Just a heads up. I'm just joking. I'm just being a typical Twitch commentator. How you doing tonight, Senpai Sakurai? Senpai Sakura? Long time no see. Thanks for the posture check. Truth be told, I'm not going to be up much longer. I'm going to pretty much just finish the transparent base and then call it a night. So I'm pretty sure this will take at least a few more hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1. 2. Wow, I actually can't find this particular piece. I actually can't find this one particular piece. Shit. There it is. 3. Two 3 dots. 1. That's not it. 2. I'm doing great. Broski might make an after dinner cocktail. Made some dinner and I am so happy that I'm not bloating for once. Plus my mental health is going good as well after a couple of rough months. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. sorry to hear that your mental health hasn't been great, but I'm glad you're in recovery mode. And of course, if you do end up making an after dinner cocktail, I hope you enjoy. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where's number 8? 8. Okay. Now, we will attempt to do this part over here. Emphasis on the word attempt. I can barely see what I'm working with, to be honest. Oh my god. I have half a mind to wonder if maybe they never intended for us to do this perfectly exactly how it looks in the picture. Because there's no way anyone in their right mind can actually look at this and be like, oh yeah, this totally goes here and this totally goes here. It's just not... This is so hard to read. So we just have to do our best, I guess, and hope it works. Hmm. This might actually work out. Wow, I'll be damned. We actually managed to do it. Check that out. Who'd have thought? Should we do the white pieces next? It's 1 in the morning. I should really be getting to bed, to be honest. But we're going to number 4. Fuck it. We ball. Oh man. Check out how many pieces I need to do for number 4. It's deceptively simple. It's not in fact simple at all. Yeah. It's probably best if we pick this up later. It's getting really late and I got work in a few hours. Now we'll have to find a way to put all this stuff back in without it getting everywhere, which I'm pretty sure is next to impossible at this point, but we might as well make an honest effort at it. Watch me just crash and burn. Wait, here we go. Oopsie daisy. Actually, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. All things considered. All things considered. Cool. I hope this doesn't fall apart when I try to pull it out next time. It seems really solid, but you never know. Yeah, this was a terrible idea. I'm just gonna keep this out and put all the other pieces back in. Alright everyone, thank you very much for coming to tonight's mini Legally Distinct Legos building stream. I'm not sure yet when we're gonna have another one of these. We might in the near future, but we'll just have to see. We really much prefer to get back into video gaming in a little bit. But if y'all would like to see the rest of this finished, let me know, and we'll make some time for it. In the meanwhile, let's go ahead and find someone to raid this evening. Thanks for lurking. Hope to see y'all again soon. Who should we raid tonight? Oh, I know, well, there's actually quite a few people we could raid this evening. And try and find someone with a relatively small viewer count at the moment. Animata is just chatting as well. Wonder what she's up to. Ah. It appears that she is working on some chiptunes and her commissions in VGen. Excellent. Alright everyone. We'll see y'all again next time. Fairly soon. Most likely sometime this week. I want to get started proper in Cyberpunk 2077 or maybe play some funny games. We have a Tekken 8 tournament coming up this Friday, so I haven't decided if I'm going to stream that or not. But in the meanwhile,
I'm going
have
to
a good night.
take a break to like get fried and play Fortnite with chat, Apex with chat.
Actually, let me make sure they're not
for, like,
leaving
a little
first
while.
before I raid them. If they are, that'd be most awkward, wouldn't it? Nini.
Oh yeah. I'm playing it anyway. EAC says it's fine. Oh, I'm not ending stream. I'm just I'm doing. You ready to see it? Ready? I'm doing this. Hi, little time.
Night, everyone.
Hi, everybody. What's up? Oh. How's it going, everybody? Hi, I'm Audie. I'm the best team in the future. I want to make all the humans and robots friends forever. I was built to strengthen the bond between humans and robots. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. I hope you have an awesome, sleepy self-care. Just recharge, just feel yourself and get back on it. Tonight we're doing commissions. And